And just to show that this is really a collaboration, it's not being done just by the OSP. So we're getting help from many organizations. Tom, next. 11 minutes. Okay, I'll just quickly move on. So this is one component of Project NOAA. As I mentioned, ito po sensors. Okay. So what we're doing here is our objective here is to enhance the forecasting accuracy of PAG-ASA by locally producing and installing more monitoring devices for rain and for flood. So ito po yung typical workflow. We need to do a site survey, and then we do the campaign, we install. Once the sensor is there, we collect the data, okay? And we can provide that to the LGU so that you can do your own response based on that data. It also goes to PAG-ASA and to NOAA so that it can be processed to produce forecasts and warnings. Pareho lang po yan. So just to illustrate po, before this project, ito po yung distribution ng sensors ng PAG-ASA. I believe, well, this is the improvement, and also within the next 6 months, as I mentioned, this siguro pa matatadtad na to lahat ng mga dots once we're done. Okay, I'm sharing this information po because our LGUs here might be interested. This is actually a local instrument. It's locally fabricated as well and produced here. So in terms of maintenance, it's more advantageous because we have people and we have organizations that can help with the maintenance, well, that know the equipment. So it's more sustainable that way. Whereas if you were to buy this kind of equipment, kung hindi na po ma-maintain, sayang. So we've designed the logger itself. Ito po yung components niya. So we have an automated rain gauge. Automated in the sense na you don't have to go there every so often to read how much rainfall you've received, the data is automatically rainfall is measured and automatically transmitted. And there is very minimal moving parts, so mas maintainable po siya. We also have a water level monitoring station. No moving parts again. It's based on sound. It sends out sound, and yung water level is measured based on the reflection. So if you have these sensors, you can actually, what's the advantage of having a sensor in your town? One, you get the actual data on rainfall, temperature, humidity, pressure, and so on. Second, because you have a sensor, the forecast will be more accurate. All right. And then third, access to that data, you can, as I said, do your own response. So you can access, parang, for the LGUs, you might have a para monitoring room na nakatutok lang dun sa sensors na nandun sa town nyo. You can get like this kind of data. Okay? So yun po. Thank you very much.
May we request our presenters to be in front? We are now ready to entertain your questions. Any question?
Good afternoon. I have a question for for Director Villorete. Sir, sir, this is from. I have a question from this last presentation that you had. You mentioned that you are planning to. I don't know if the term distribute or ask LGUs to have these automated rain gauges in their areas, and then you're also considering what would be the best places, or for them to put. In our experience, for example, we have a lot. Well, there's been in the past, I think since yesterday, there have been several of our communities and e-centers that have been sharing with us their experience on how they use their CECs when it comes for disaster management. For example, would a CEC be a good, in your opinion, would a CEC be a good venue to place those rain gauges? And does it mean that there's the CEC manager or people there might need to undergo some form of training? And then in terms of Project NOAA, I think community e-centers, would they be in the best position in their municipality to contribute data to the NOAA database? Thank you.
Yeah, Doc, thank you for the question. Yung tinitingnan namin for a good site, one yung concern namin always is security. So if you have an existing site that you can, or is secure, that would be very good for us. And then second, dapat po clear from foliage or yung obstruction from trees. Kasi po that, nagsusukat ka ng rainfall, dapat clear. So if you have a site like that, then you can be a candidate site. Now we're looking for 600 sites for rain gauges nationwide. That will not overlap with the currently existing sites. Yung existing sites po nandun na sa Project NOAA. You can go there. You can find out where are the automatic rain gauges or weather stations or water level sensors. So as long as it's not close, like 5 to 10 kilometers away from an existing sensor, we're looking for a site like that. So we've been coordinating. Our coordination po kasi is through the DOST regional offices. And also if there is a field office of Pag-asa. So they're going to the LGUs, to identify sites where we can put up. Kailangan din po namin ng magandang signal for text. Kasi yung communication po that we're using is via text. Yung equipment po na to has a SIM inside so that the data is automatically sent out. Tinetext lang po nung equipment. Automatic na po yun. So we've had requests, for example, from an LGU na may sensor. Can we get the data? Example po, I think sa Region 4. Normal po yun.